Hello everybody, this is Mr. Post again. I wanted to put out a video about how to play a game if you're bored. This game is called Tanks. All it requires is a couple of pens. Actually, you can just use one pen if that's all you have, and a blank piece of paper. So let's get into it and I'll show you how to play Tanks. It's a two-player game. Again, minimal requirement for materials. So right here, I'm going to draw a line. And I'm going to make a base. And over on this side, I'll make another line for the blue team and make another base. You can use any paper that you have, really. It doesn't have to be a pristine blank white piece of paper. If you just have regular notebook paper, this will work just fine. Now we're going to put an obstacle in the middle. We'll make a lake. And one side is X's, and you make 10 of those. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The other side is O's. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there we have X's and O's. Now, one side starts first, and during your turn, you can do one of two things. You can either move your tank or you can shoot with your tank. So the way you move is you put your finger on top of the pen and you kind of scoot the pen like that. Now what you'll see is that the line tends to fade out at the very end. Let's get that autofocus in there. So where that line fades out, oh, I'm sorry, this is an O. So you write, that's where your tank is, and you erase it right there. Now, the other side gets to go. So the X side, autofocus that again. Let's move this webcam over here so you can see while I'm playing. All right, so the X side, I'm going to zip it this way. And I know it's hard to see on the camera, but it faded out right here. And yes, you will probably have discussions about, where the line ends. O side, I'm going to go over this way. That made no line. So I'll try again. There we go. Now, a couple of things about maneuvering your tank. If your tank winds up in the lake, that tank is dead. You have to put a scratch out on the bottom of that tank. If a tank goes off the board, that tank is dead. You have to put a scratch out and you've lost one of your tanks. So I'm just going to continue doing moves here. I'll do a strategy where I try to send this out. Now, the goal of this game is to get one of your tanks to end up in the other team's base. This can sometimes be a long game, or sometimes it can be a short game, depending on how you play it and what the strategy is. I've seen games, well, I actually played this when I was in 5th grade in the late 1980s, but I've seen games with this is just a whole mess all over here. Now, I'm going to move this guy closer. But that was a mistake because this guy is now going to try and shoot. Now the way you shoot is the same way you move. You try and angle it and aim. Now if we look here, got to come in really close. Okay, that petered out right about here. So if it missed, it would have gone past the tank right here. So if it missed, you scratch it out this way. That's for a missed shot. So I'm going to have my circle tank try and get kind of that way, which probably was not the greatest idea. Oh, focus. Probably was not the greatest idea because now I'm actually closer to the X tank. So I'm going to try and take the shot again. And you have to announce before you move whether you're moving or shooting. Now if we look here, autofocus, that does in fact go through this line. So if you lose a tank, what you do is you have to scratch out all of that tank. So right now I'm going to go This is gone, 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 this is gone. So this tank no longer exists. And I can send another tank. Now, excuse me. As far as the rules for tanks go, you could send all your tanks at once and sort of slowly move them up. Or you could have one tank do like a kamikaze run like we saw right here. Again, the strategy's up to you, but that is how you play tanks. The winner, like I said, is the first one to get one of their tanks inside the other team's base. So hopefully you enjoy playing tanks. Play it with somebody, at your home, and enjoy. If you have any questions or comments, please stick them below. And that's about it. Thank you very much, and hope you enjoy tanks.